Some people have suggested that he continues to insist to lead an organization where people have lost trust in him. Do you think it would make a sense for him maybe to resign?
If I were him, I would have stepped down.
Okay.
So that you sit down, rejuvenate and think more, and then look at the mistakes that are happening, and then, because he's still young, and then have a time when you have even reconciled with your own self. Because now there's a lot of egotism. These people are fighting, let's see, you'll see. But you don't do that in politics. In politics, even your the person who opposes you is not supposed to be your enemy. Fighting for money is not new in FDC. There was a time when they were also fighting for money, which I think was a donation from UK. We had also gathered some money from South Africa. And I saw the main problem was a selfish tendency. Everyone cared for himself, and there was no well coherent work. People were not working together. People were working as individuals. And it turned out that they were not mature enough to manage. And I think I had wasted my time. I remember during a certain campaign, I think this time I was supporting Nandala versus General Muntu. And we were somewhere, I think, in this constituency of controversial person now in FDC.
Chira?
Chira.
Nambole?
Yeah, Chira.
Semjunganda.
Semjunganda. And then people called me from the movement. And they were telling me, is it, I must understand that you must support our general. That was General Muntu. And they were saying, why am I supporting Nandala and all this? And I said, but this is FDC. I'm not in the movement. I left the movement. And Nandala is my choice. Then they started making a lot of campaigns and what. And some would come even to my office and ask me to try and make sure that General Muntu wins. I said, but look, I'm the manager for Nandala. How can you tell me to work for General Muntu? I can't. And I think one time I asked, I said, I don't know whether General Muntu is a Moor. You are the one who started this word. Yes. And I said, I don't know whether General Muntu is a Moor. And that's what I said exactly. Yes. So everybody from the movement is calling me to support General Muntu. I don't know whether he has his legs there and his one leg in the movement and one leg in the party. Because the media eventually interpreted it as I have said, General Muntu is a Moor. But that's not what I said. I said I was wondering if General Muntu was a Moor because he's having so many people campaigning for him from the movement. Why should this happen? Oh, it was so much talked about. General Muntu of course got annoyed, but that's what I said, and I stood by it. To this day? Yeah, well, I didn't understand why the movement people were campaigning for him. Why? Is that the only reason why you didn't want him to, and they preferred Nandala instead? I had worked with both of them, and I saw the way they work. As an old man, and having been in politics for quite a while, I felt Nandala would be my best candidate because of his ability to move things. I felt General Muntu did not have the same ability as Nandala in terms of moving people, mobilizing people. I think Nandala appeared to me to be a more serious person on that. But I also had another issue. I was somehow, I felt Western has taken the politics of this country. President Museveni is a Westerner. Now General Muntu wants to be a Westerner. And these are the strong parties here. Is this fair in politics and democracy? Why is it that we cannot get someone from another region to represent another party? You know, that was my thinking, of course. When I looked around, I even tried to think about who has been the president of this country. The Acholis had a president. The Langis had a president. The Uganda had a president. The Western is already have a president. It is only Eastern that had never had any president. And so that's where you don't hear of any grumbling. Because human beings grumble. Because taking presidency is also about the cake.
The resources.
About the resources. Whoever gets the presidency will generally first look at his own area. Needless to say, if you go to Mbarara now, and you go to Rusheri, because the president comes from there, the standard of living, the wealth situation is certainly different from all other districts. This is not as though Rusheri or Mbarara were the best. But now they are the best. So naturally, there is that fight that people want a national president to belong to their region where they come from. And I felt, I think it's always good to look at balancing. And so those were my ideas, and that is where I based to decide who I wanted to support.
That you hated General Muntu or something?
No. Why should I had never had any quarrel with General Muntu. Not personal. If any other things that may have done when he was an army commander, those would be official things. And for me, I don't believe that disagreeing with management in any way constitutes me an enemy of the manager, because those are two different things. The person and the work are two different things. I go to work, I don't go to make friendship. So I had never had any quarrel with General Muntu. He's a very nice guy, by the way. He has sacrificed, he has subscribed so much to religious behavior, and he behaves like a religious person. I had nothing to. He was a general, I was a major. Where would we meet to fight? And for me even to hate him, nothing. So I never hated him.
Okay. Major, your good friend Nandala Mafabi, I would like to revisit that issue a little bit. Do you still talk?
I have called him so many times as he has not picked me. I would have, even during this time, I would have loved to talk to him.
To reach out one day.
And talk to him, and his name, I was looking at him as a potential president.
Yes.
And he's quite a brilliant man. But I think he's allowing his name to be tarnished and to end up a bad name. And therefore not to manage to do perhaps what his aspirations were. I have tried to talk to him. He has refused to pick my phone, so I haven't talked to him.
If you got a chance, what would you be desiring to say to him?
First of all, I would ask him to calm down. To start rethinking. Don't compete. Find a way to make this country better.
Yes.
Mobilize your people, and he has capacity to do that. Grow more coffee. Stop greed. Greed is what is killing our people. Now you hear of these monies, he carries 300 million, takes them to SG. Now, what is that? Scandalous. He has to find a way of leaving those scandals out.
Okay.
He is a potential person. He's very, very intelligent. But then, he's messing up because of wanting things a little bit too fast than working for them in a normal way. That's really what I would love to tell him. He has a potential, but if he's not careful, even the good he has done will never be recognized. And that's how life is.
When did you last talk? 2 years, 3 years?
No, I have not talked to him for a long time.
You didn't keep in touch when you left?
I tried to. There was a time when we were getting in touch. I think somehow he felt guilty because I had an accident during his campaign. And somehow he did not really bother repairing my vehicle. And from that time, I think he started ignoring me. He ignored me. But me, I have no problem with him. Because as I have said, me, I don't fight people.
Yes.
I fight about issues. Okay? I fight about philosophies. I don't fight with people. You hate people today. If you hate a person, at the end of the day, every day, you are the one suffering. Because this person you are hating does not know that you hate him.
Yes.
And you are not bothering him, you are bothering yourself. So me, I have no time to hate people. I really don't carry hatred in my mind. If you have mistreated me, okay, that's how it was. I go my way. After all, you are not my father. You are not my, just like Cain said, you are not my keeper. So I don't hate people out of politics. I don't.
Some people have suggested that he continues to insist to lead an organization where people have lost trust in him. Do you think it would make a sense for him maybe to resign?
If I were him, I would have stepped down.
Okay.
So that you sit down, rejuvenate and think more, and then look at the mistakes that are happening, and then, because he's still young, and then have a time when you have even reconciled with your own self. Because now there's a lot of egotism. These people are fighting, let's see, you'll see. But you don't do that in politics. In politics, even the person who opposes you is not supposed to be your enemy. Sometimes that helps you to prove that you are better. You cannot be better if there is someone who is not better than me. So it's a good. Politics is not even a dirty game as people think. We are the dirty people. Politics is not dirty. Yes. Because it gives you time to weigh and measure, and you eventually will be judged by the people who are supposed to elect you. The trouble again we have is that our people don't know what their vote is about. He is given a matchbox to vote, just one matchbox. So that's the trouble.
Afande, do you think what has happened so far, do you think it has significantly diminished his appeal as an upcoming leader? And
at the moment, his mark has gone down. Okay, for sure. In fact, most of the FDC leaders, they're all gone.
Yes, because
all of them have got problems. They have failed to sit down together. They have gone out to wash their dirty linen in the public. They should have sorted out these things without going to the public. But the way they have done it, if they were civilized people, they would actually step down and hand over to other people for some time. They can always come back. But today, I think for them even trying to stand is a waste of time, and they're just giving more advantage to the movement. Okay. Because the movement with their old man is still very stable, a few things happen, but the movement is more stable than the opposition.
Imperfect as it is also.
Yes, but it is stable.
Are you a card holding member of the NRM, for instance?
NRM does not give cards, does it?
Membership cards?
No, I don't think they buy cards. I have never been told to buy a card. But I'm a member of the movement for sure.
If there was an opportunity, you would receive a card?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Do you therefore regret having gone away to oppose the movement for those years that you did?
No, I don't regret, because I think I learned more.
You learned more. It was an opportunity to learn.
I learned more. I don't regret at all.
Okay.
Yes.
It was worth it.
Yeah. The only trouble is again with the African politics. I think most people, senior people in the movement, may have allowed me in, but I think they have not taken me seriously. Yeah, I think so.
They are suspicious.
But I don't know, but I don't think they have taken me seriously.